Greetings, my viewers and subscribers. Welcome back to Whadat Updates, your source for current news, sports, and entertainment. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and leave your comments below. Now, in this update, gun, ammunition, and imitation firearms seized. Brother stabs brother to death in St. Elizabeth. Father held in death of daughter. Soldier charged in road rage incident. Man caught on camera dumping body. 3 men killed in separate police confrontations in St. Catherine North. Now in a developing story. 3 men were shot and killed in separate incidents involving the police in the St. Catherine North Division on Saturday. The police report that the shootings occurred during individual confrontations across different locations in the division. 4 firearms were recovered during the operations. While details surrounding the incidents remain limited, the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM, has been notified and is expected to launch a probe into the circumstances of each shooting. And in news, just in one of those killed is a senior figure in the notorious Klansman gang in what law enforcement sources are calling a major blow to organized crime in Spanish Town. The deceased has been identified as Brian Brico King, the alleged leader of the Kitson Town-based faction of the Klansman gang. His influence reportedly extended into sections of Top Banks, a long-time stronghold of the criminal network. It is understood that King was a top-tier target for the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, and had featured prominently on the Wanted Wednesdays campaign since 2023. He was also listed as a person of interest in a case of shooting with intent against the police. Investigators say King was involved in a range of serious crimes, including contract killings, extortion, and armed robberies. He was also reportedly linked to multiple murders in the St. Catherine North Police Division, including Reshawn Dallas, murdered at Nesbury Grove, Kitson Town, on the 31st of October 2024, Kevin Smith, killed in the same community on the 4th of July 2024, Theo Powell, murdered on the 31st of October 2023. Police sources say King rose to prominence after the death of Sheldon Termite Walters in 2024, consolidating control over the Top Banks faction of the Klansman gang. According to investigators, King led a network of armed enforcers responsible for attacks and extortion schemes, primarily targeting local business operators and rival gang. The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM, has been notified and is expected to review the circumstances surrounding King's death. Police officials say the operation marks a significant disruption to gang activity in the volatile St. Catherine North Division, though they remain vigilant for possible retaliatory violence. And in our next story, gun, ammunition, and imitation firearms seized in early morning Kingston operation. A man is in police custody following the seizure of a firearm, several rounds of ammunition, and multiple imitation guns during an early morning operation on Colbeck Avenue in Kingston 20 on Saturday, the 11th of October 2025. Reports from the St. Andrew South Police Division are that at approximately 5:45 a.m., a team of officers conducted a targeted intelligence-led raid at the premises as part of ongoing efforts to dismantle criminal networks in the area. During the search, the police discovered the following items: 1 9mm pistol, 1 9mm magazine, 14 9mm cartridges, 4 imitation firearms. The man found at the location was taken into custody on suspicion of breaches of the Firearms Act. He is expected to be formally charged later today. Law enforcement officials believe the seizure may be linked to a wider probe into the trafficking of illegal weapons and the use of imitation guns in robberies and intimidation cases. The St. Andrews South Police have intensified operations in several communities as part of their ongoing crime suppression initiative. Residents are being urged to continue sharing information with the police to help remove illegal guns from the streets. And in our next story, teen stabbed to death in St. Elizabeth after domestic dispute. Tragedy struck in Kamapen, St. Elizabeth, on Friday night when 18-year-old Raheem Shota Thompson was stabbed to death following a domestic dispute, allegedly involving his 14-year-old brother. Police have confirmed that the younger brother is now in custody. Thompson, a farmer and resident of Comapen, was reportedly involved in an argument with his younger brother at their home around 10 p.m. The dispute escalated and, after a relative intervened, Thompson exited the house but later returned with a stab wound to the chest. He was rushed to the Mandeville Regional Hospital, but unfortunately, he was pronounced dead on arrival. Police have confirmed that they have taken the 14-year-old brother into custody and are investigating the circumstances that led to the fatality, and law enforcement is appealing to anyone with information to come forward. And in our next story, the man captured in a now viral video assaulting another motorist while brandishing a firearm is now in police custody. Police have confirmed that the suspect is a serving member of the Jamaica Defense Force, JDF, and was on active duty at the time of the road rage incident which occurred on Monday. Sources within the JDF have also verified the man's military status. According to Acting Senior Superintendent Mark Harris, commanding officer for the St. Andrew Central Police Division, the soldier has been remanded at the Halfway Tree Police Lockup pending interrogation by detectives before charges are laid. The investigation is ongoing and authorities have not yet disclosed the specific charges being considered. And in our next story, father accused in murder of Shantina Sargent captured. The man accused of raping and killing his daughter, Shantina Sargent, has been captured by police. He has been identified as Lawrence Marcus Sargent, a resident of Baileystown, Clarendon. Police had named him as a person of interest following the gruesome discovery of his daughter's charred remains behind their family home last week. According to law enforcement sources, Sargent was apprehended late Friday evening in the parish of St. Catherine during a coordinated operation involving detectives from the Clarendon Police Division and the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime branch. He reportedly attempted to flee when approached by police but was swiftly subdued. The Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, confirmed that Sargent is now in custody and is expected to be formally charged pending further investigations. Detectives are also pursuing forensic evidence to support charges of rape and murder. The case has shocked the country, sparking public outrage and renewed calls for stronger protection for children and tougher penalties for crimes of sexual and domestic violence. 13-year-old Shantina Sargent went missing from her home on Sunday, October 5, and was later found burned beyond recognition behind the family premises. Community members say they had heard cries earlier that night, but were unaware of what had transpired until the discovery. Police Commissioner Dr. Kevin Blake has commended investigators and citizens who provided information leading to the arrest. Sargent remains in custody as the investigation continues. Meanwhile, further afield in the Caribbean, mother of 4, found murdered in garbage drum in Belize and a security guard has been charged. The nation is reeling after the gruesome discovery of mother of 4, Shaniela Faber, whose body was found stuffed inside a garbage drum at a busy intersection in Belize City over the weekend. Surveillance footage captured a man dragging the drum through the area in the early hours of Saturday morning, a chilling image that has shocked residents and sparked widespread outrage. Following swift police investigations, 55-year-old Goldburn Adolphus, a security guard of Belize City, has been formally arrested and charged with murder in connection with Faber's death. Police say the investigation remains ongoing as they work to determine the motive behind the killing. Meanwhile, Faber's family is left devastated, describing her as a hard-working mother who didn't deserve such a cruel end. That's it for this update. My viewers, please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and please let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching and stay safe until the next one.